Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Cloud Native Coffee Hour. We are back for a wonderful time. We're going to play a new game today. Dan McCracken, Sam, how are you guys doing?
Good as ever.
I'm doing great. Winter is coming. Have you heard?
I just smiled because, like, for the longest time, every time we do this show, I say hello to both of you at the same time, and then I ask both of you a question, and then both of you sit there like,
then you're like,
who answers?
Why didn't you answer that more cleanly? I don't know.
I do it every time, too. I don't know why. That's so funny.
You're too funny. Today's Cloud Native Coffee Hour sponsored by... Just kidding.
KodeKloud.
We're not sponsored by nobody. Sponsored by Devs Operative.
Yep, we're going to take a little break from the rancher stuff today, even though there's stuff we want to do. But we can talk about that in another thing. But we are going to play around with rancher some more in future streams. We have some plans to do a hybrid cluster, a hybrid architecture cluster. We kind of came up with that today, and we pulled the trigger on that. So we're going to do like a mix of ARM and AMD nodes. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, lots of cool content. But today we are going to do a little Kubernetes learning platform, I guess. I don't really know much about this. This is going to be completely new to me. So you want to give the pitch, Dan?
Yeah. Basically, I mean, everybody loves Game of Thrones. So the wonderful people at KodeKloud, who we don't know, we tried to talk to formally on the back end a couple of years ago to like collab with them on stuff, but it was a little clunky. So those people make some great stuff, and they have wrapped an app. They wrapped an app, or you can kind of gain access to this app called Game of Pods. We are going to be accessing it through KodeKloud, but really it is a standalone thing. And I'm going to put that in the description for people.
So can we go to the screen share so you can show it? Sam?
Do it.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, so I remember they launched it a while ago. And so you're saying it's more of a standalone thing that you can purchase now? But so, because we have KodeKloud?
In the same way that we used KodeKloud, or you use the Linux Foundation testing tool and get access to Killer SH, like they're all just conduits into these other products.
So KodeKloud did not make Game of Pods?
That is I don't know. Great question. My assumption is they didn't.
Gotcha.
My assumption is they did not. But we are going to play. Because we support KodeKloud and we have a subscription. We can play it through their site, through our subscription there for free, because we already bought it. And I got an email and I read my email where it was like, "Hey, KodeKloud, Game of Pods, get in there. It's included in your thing." I'm like, "Oh, sweet." And here we are, learning about it in real time. Yeah, I haven't really looked into it too much either, other than today, just to make sure the link worked.
Could you go, Sam, on your screen to gameofpods.com?
I don't think that is what you think it is.
It's a thing. I'm pretty sure. Oh, maybe it's not.
It does not look like the Game of Pods.
It doesn't, does it?
All right, somebody, we need a mod to just boot McCracken.
I clicked on it. Let's see.
I clicked on it too. That's why I didn't. I mean, it didn't look bad. I mean, it looks
Game of Pods.
DevOps related, but
codifying cultures of innovation.
This isn't the same thing, is it?
That's why. I was so.
What's the deal?
Yeah. So okay, and that's what I thought. Game of Pods is a free course offered by KodeKloud. Okay, so this one was the right link.
Yeah, that's definitely the right KodeKloud link, but
okay.
Why is it named the same thing as this other app?
That's because, I don't know.
Okay, well. This is why we're doing this live, because like if any of these people go the KodeKloud team or the Game of Pods team, if anybody wants to sue anybody, well, this is confusing.
Just don't sue us. It's free. I feel pretty good about it. This is free. You don't have to have the subscription, and even if you did, like, what a good opportunity to go sign up to KodeKloud.
You don't need the subscription?
I mean, it says it's a free course, so I don't think so, but I'm signed in, so.
Oh, there you go. Weird. Okay.
Provisioning lab.
We need a mod to boot me. I agree. All I did was just take you through my broken brain.
Here we go. Deploy the given architecture diagram for implementing a Jekyll. I don't know that part, but Jekyll blog. Click on each icon to see more details.
I know Jekyll.
Once done, click on the check button to test your work. Jekyll's great.
Deploy the given arch.
Oh.
So you have a terminal.
lot of stuff. Yeah.
All right, pro move. Everybody, play by play here. Notice how Samuel here, he created an alias for kubectl. Highly recommended if you're studying for the CKA or CKS or the CCAD. That is a pro tip right there. He's getting a sense of his surroundings. He is looking at the nodes of his current cluster and getting a feel for what his current Kubernetes landscape looks like.
Okay, so we got some core DNS. Oh man, this is a little weird, TBH. But role binding, Jekyll node service, Jekyll node pod. Am I just deploying the pod according to this diagram?
Should I know what SSG means?
I don't. I assume Jekyll, or when I see Jekyll, I think Jekyll, the blogging templating engine.
Right.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, so the pod Jekyll has an init container named copy Jekyll site. There's the image. It also has an init container.
Pod Jekyll has a init container. Okay.
Can you deploy an init container on the command line?
We're gonna see. I only shared
I've never done that.
Tab, which I'm probably now regretting because half of it is looking at documentation, right? Should I reshare real quick?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. I can,
Yeah,
why don't you take... it's gone, but it might come back. So why don't you tell me when you're back up, and if it doesn't reappear, I will do some jiggling on the back end.
Okay, so I'm going to attempt to share that Chrome window. How about now?
And
can you see me switching between?
no. Nope, but I can just re-import it. Just give me a second here.
Okay.
Yes, Jekyll is a static site generator, but I don't think that matters to us for this.
No, it doesn't, but Jekyll is cool.
Please hold.
Holding.
Please hold. Edit URL. Here we go.
While there's a pause, there's a break in the action. I just want to say, I'm looking back at my email. I feel like I need to defend my idiocy that I feel like I've made myself look stupid on the internet. I have an email from KodeKloud. It is literally pitching practice Kubernetes with the Game of Pods. 100%. Okay, I'll send you this screenshot. I'll send you the email.
100%. I believe you.
July 12th. I'm pretty sure they instantly realized they can't do it. And then they have changed all their branding to now be around. It's just a Kubernetes challenge. Yeah, let's go. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they gaslit me.
100%. And I remember it as, heavy marketing Game of Pods.
Yeah.
I feel like I should change the title of our stream.
Yes.
A little bit. We are.
Game of Troll is what happened to us. Good Lord.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
How do I do that? Can I do that from here?
I don't know. I know you can though. Because like,
am I good to continue here?
Real streamers do it.
Yep. Yeah. I'm sorry. You're good to go. I apologize.
Cool. No problem.
Should have said something.
So. Set paste, very important. Oh, is it not? Oh, no. Still didn't come in very well.
Okay, so you're just gonna write a YAML.
Yes, sir.
What was the ask? They want you to deploy Jekyll?
Create a pod. I deployed the given architecture diagram for implementing a Jekyll static site generator. Click on each icon to see more details. Once done, click on the check button to test your work. So
they want you to build all these.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they give you all the details underneath? Okay.
Correct. Now it's just...
I mean, I can't really necessarily... I can't really see. It's kind of small, but it looks like there's a service, a pod.
There we go.
Thank you.
Just that.
A role binding?
I think they assume... We're going to assume we get that.
Okay.
We'll see, yeah.
So it needs a PVC.
Yep.
A service.
Yes.
A PV. And the pod. I mean, I would just... I guess there's not a deployment, is there?
It doesn't say a deployment, so I wasn't going to make a deployment. Only because, when you take the exams, they say create a pod, you create a pod.
Sam, it's the game of pods, not the game of deployments.
Exactly. You know what drives me nuts about these? The thing that drives me nuts about these challenges is not being able to use Helm. Honestly. Because the way I look at this, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is an app, and it won't work without all these pieces. But really, the only way to deploy it as a package, at least in my mind, is Helm. I mean, obviously, you could put those 3 dashes into a single document or whatever. But I don't know. I think of Helm as okay, yeah, this is my packaged thing. And there's other options too, but these challenges are just I don't know. I feel like you have to complete a challenge with handcuffs on, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah, I mean, it's... Right. And that's where I'll see people, saying that you shouldn't do these exams or whatever. They don't really measure anything, but it's really just the learning, and it's not how you would do it, right?
No, but it's prepping you for the tests. And
right.
This is the clunky...
Yep.
This is the argument that people make about standardized testing, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit.
I think you're getting close.
Where do I put in a init container? Is it here?
Man, I would have to look it up.
Well, that's what we're going to do. Init
That's what
containers. Blah, 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 blah. Containers and init containers. All right, that makes sense. Just copy
Easy.
that. Oop. Oop. Oh, no, that's stupid. Okay. Paste. That looks kind of right. init container named copy Jekyll site. Command Jekyll new site. Okay. Okay. Not busy box. Where'd we go? Command to run pod Jekyll init container copy. Is it just the same container or same image?
It doesn't really say, does it?
Doesn't really say. We'll assume so. Okay, so I've got a pod named Jekyll with a container named Jekyll. Yep, container named Jekyll, okay. Both running KodeKloud Jekyll. We'll assume port 80 for now. Doesn't say. So we'll go with that. The init container, copy Jekyll site, will mount site. Okay. I go back a page to mount volume. Cool. Same level as containers. So it'll be same level as init containers. This makes sense. Don't just control V. Volume name is site. It is not an AWS. That is just a normal.
Oh, are you trying to go for just the? We just need a. You might not have to put that stuff in there. It should default to a in memory. Yeah, empty dir.
I think it was that. The not pro move was not starting tmux. That's actually the pro.
I was gonna ask if you had that. If you had that.
Is that installed in this little workspace?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
What did I call it? Jekyll. It's more than just a pod now, but whatever. Okay. Volumes called site. It's an empty dir. Now, this guy needs a volume mount. So we'll add in
It looks like that volume will have a PVC, so it won't be empty dir. Sorry, I should have read one line ahead for you.
Yep. No, that's all right. I'm kind of just all over the place. I don't know the best way to attack this yet, but
I think you're doing fine.
Yeah, keep going.
we'll probably forget some little details here. Yep. So that means PVC. Details. I just want the YAML. Not host path. It's about the volume. How do I reference?
It's just called persistent volume claim.
Thank you. With a
You
claim
found it.
name.
You found it with claim name.
You can't just paste. Claim name. Claim name. What do we call?
Jekyll-site.
Okay.
I'm helping.
Thank you. Jekyll-site. Get rid of the empty dir. Okay, now we have a volume named site, backed by PVC named Jekyll site. We're mounting it into the init container at /site.
And add that label
Sorry, what label?
at the very bottom.
Jekyll. Use this label. Run Jekyll. So meta labels. Run equals
Run. Here you go.
colon.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that always gets you. And then
Think.
do I need
Yeah.
run Jekyll?
You know. YAML.
Pod Jekyll uses volume called site with PVC. Got that.
Ship it. See what happens.
Container Jekyll image is Jekyll serve. Does the Jekyll container also mount? Yes. That makes sense, right? So do 3. Okay. So I think we're
does
good
the-
on the pod.
Does the init container? So you just kind of YOLO'd the init container image.
Yes. Well, it has an init container named copy Jekyll image KodeKloud Jekyll.
Oh, okay. It wanted that. Perfect.
Yep.
You're good.
And then
You're Gucci.
somewhere it said the other one.
You're fine.
So I think we're good on the pod. But now, obviously, before the pod can be created, we need a PV and a PVC.
Well, save this file and see what we're working with.
As far as like you want me to apply.
KubeCode will get all. Do we have anything out there?
Nope.
Literally
Simple
nothing.
web app.
Oh, so you could have taken that and
Sure coulda.
next time.
So just keep going.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You can keep going. So, yeah, it wants us to just build literally all of that, all of the vertical.
That's how I'm taking it. Deploy the given architecture diagram for implementing a Jekyll. Click on each icon.
Static site generator.
Yeah.
That's what he was talking about.
Oh, I thought you came to that conclusion too.
Sorry,
Because you
Zach-
said it.
Zach posted about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not watching chat.
No, but when he said that, I replied with, yeah, it is a static site generator. But he was actually answering my question
Uh-huh.
when I said, what does SSG stand for? And yeah, okay.
Politely answered
I'm
you.
silly. I'm silly, and I have now caught up with the rest of the world.
Can't do everything.
Happens.
Thank you for that.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
It's
I feel
already
like I
created.
just had like a blonde moment.
See, why didn't it show the? That's what I was just looking for. Do I kubectl? Excuse me.
KubeCode get all does not get all. only
Apparently
gets-
not.
Certain things.
Maybe it's kubectl get all dash all. Really. I'm just kidding. It's not. I mean,
I was gonna say I don't think that.
No,
there's all
that would be-
namespaces.
that'd be troll stuff.
Sudo get all.
Just get PVs.
Jekyll
Yay!
site.
What about the PVC? Is that already there?
I
I
do
think
not think it's there.
that will get created as part of the pod. I'm pretty sure we don't even have to build that.
Hello, McLemon or Mike Lemon.
McLemon. Oh man.
Mick Lemon. Welcome to the chat.
Wow.
And he leaves immediately because you called him McLemon.
I mean,
Okay. So we'll try leaving that off and see what happens.
Yeah,
We
might
can-
need PVC. Might need PVC
Okay.
because we have
It's
to
easy
tell
enough.
it. We have to tell something to. Yeah, that should be super easy. I actually have one of those going on a separate project.
Boom. Jekyll pod. We're gonna add it right here. Don't have that anymore. Really helped. Can't paste anyways. Watch me struggle. Okay.
You've done it.
So what do we got here? PVC name. Jekyll. Right. Namespace. Ooh. Oh no.
What?
Connection closed. And
What's that
this
mean?
is why you open Tmux, potentially.
What's that mean?
It means that my browser has lost connection to the lab.
Which means he might have to start over again depending on how this works in the background.
Correct. I think I'm...
Can you reconnect?
I do not want to reset.
Well, you're
Right.
assuming.
Right click on the tab that says Terminal 1.
Can you click the
Nothing,
plus
no.
button? New terminal.
Ooh.
Seems worse.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Okay, I'm just going to refresh. And if this doesn't work, then... Oh, no, it just moved. Okay.
Did you refresh?
Nope. Refreshing. Ugh. Ah, that feels bad.
Might still have it.
It's
We'll
not
see.
looking good.
I mean, maybe. Yeah. Does KodeKloud save to resume later? I'd hope so. But you never know. We are learning on the fly today. We are trialing this amazing product that is free, and it is. And they have good stuff.
You know what'd be
Yeah,
cool?
very good stuff.
I love these labs. I think they're awesome. I think a cool benefit would be, hey, you can do it in the browser, like in that little window, or copy and paste this SSH command, and you can just do it from your local terminal.
So I know they've added, like, if you get their subscription plus pro elite premium membership.
Wow.
Yeah. No, it's really good. Yeah.
The adjectives are real.
You can, like, they have test GKE, test Azure, test AWS instances that you actually log into. But yeah, it would be cool if you could just SSH.
Because they're obviously setting aside a instance for you to mess around with.
Right. And that way you get all your good Vim and, local setup, and you just, well, I guess you said SSH, but yeah, if you could get a setup where you, from your own terminal, got to do the things, that would be cool. It's not great.
Wow, this is taking a long time. Maybe something happened on their end that kicked you out.
They probably saw that we were streaming.
Yeah. No, there's some
Copyright.
some DevOps guy running whatever the Kubernetes Challenge 1. It's like, I'm gonna rebuild this infrastructure right now. Nobody's using it except for Sam, and also it's free, so I can do whatever I want.
Right.
I gotta go to lunch.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
opening it too. Everybody, go here all at once. That'll solve our problem.
For sure. Yeah, can you guys make sure?
Oh, brutal.
Well, that was a bummer.
So it's just dead, huh?
Let's try one more time. If it doesn't work, we can kind of show off the equipment that you bought. Maybe talk about that a bit.
Yeah, we can do that.
Oh, KodeKloud engineer showed as down 2 minutes ago.
Gotcha. Yeah, so KodeKloud engineer, I can't remember if that one's through the subscription too, but that's kind of cool. It's like a virtual enterprise job, and you sign up and you get tasks. Like you just get a couple a day or whatever, and as you complete, you get more and harder tasks. Supposed to offer, resume building experience at a real corporation.
I think that's really cool. I'm trying to, I feel like there's so many. That's so funny. That's really cool. I noticed that. I feel like I looked at that, but I didn't dig into it. So what do you do? Can you pull that up while this is taking forever? Since it too might be down, it's not going to work.
Make sure you type the right KodeKloud. Okay. So is it somewhere? The playgrounds might be what I was thinking of for that pro, like Azure.
Hey, they're having a sale.
They're always having a sale.
It's like a furniture store.
KodeKloud is amazing, though.
Yeah.
It really is. It's great. Other than that Jenkins course, that's trash.
Is it?
It's absolute garbage. At least it was when they launched.
It's a scathing review.
It is. That's
We're being real.
Strong feelings.
Mumshad's gonna come hunt you down, dude.
It was not Mumshad that did the course. And it was not up to KodeKloud quality, I'll tell you that. They released it too early. It was bad.
1 star review from Sam.
Yeah, so what?
I've never heard Sam come so harsh before.
It was bad. I started it and it was real bad. So what?
Well, their CKA and CKS courses are on point.
Phenomenal for sure.
KodeKloud-engineer. What did you go to?
Oh, I was saying enterprise engineer. Okay. KodeKloudEngineer.com. Right, not just a subdomain.
Oh, ooh, what is this?
Yeah, I mean it's a. I'm trying to dox myself here, but you sign up to be an engineer at the startup if you've watched Primogen. But I started, and I don't know. I'd rather just do actual work. But it's a cool idea if you're just starting out, if you haven't done stuff, if you don't have an idea of what you could be doing to build experience, they'll give you some tasks.
And you're working on stuff for them for free?
You're working at Xfusion Corp.
That's how I took it first. Is somebody actual company behind this thing. They're like, haha, they're all doing it. They're completing all my tickets. No wonder.
I mean,
nobody's looked at my tickets in forever.
That's funny.
It's like some
It's-
Avanti queue
yeah.
or some Jira Service
Uh-huh.
Bus queue running this thing, and everybody, it's just freeware.
Yeah, free labor.
Funny.
Yeah, automated interns. It's pretty funny.
Is interesting. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, apparently this is down, so
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
abort.
you know,
Let's just switch gears.
We tried.
We can talk about the thing that we talked about earlier.
yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be a train wreck when Game of Pods wasn't really the thing
Uh-huh.
anymore. But I mean, when we were coming up with stream topics, I'm like, we're going to do Game of Pods. I've got this right in my back pocket right here. I'm like, we're going to just do that. It'll be fun. We'll do it on. No, complete train wreck. Yeah, they even screwed up the branding from the get-go.
Yeah,
hate
I
to see
mean
it.
that feels bad because they were
Yeah.
leaning into Game of Thrones. I mean, this was maybe the beginning of the year when this launched. Maybe I don't know,
For Game of Pods?
but yeah,
Really?
All right, Sam.
I never did it, but yeah, yes sir.
Here's a link to Amazon.
Copy link.
Uh-oh. Your screen went black.
Oh, that's because I stopped sharing. I forgot you you had that up.
You're right. Game of
sorry.
Pods was November 2021. No kidding. It was last December. What?
What? So we got a question from Mr. Lemon here. What you were talking about start example of KodeKloud?
Yes.
What were you talking
so
about?
Depending on when that was entered, there was a couple things. We were looking at the KodeKloud Kubernetes Challenges, formerly known as Game of Pods. And in there we were going in the Kubernetes docs to look at just getting the starting YAMLs for some of those objects we were creating. They also have KodeKloud Engineer, which is like a fake job that you do fake tasks to get experience at a real company. I don't know. I did a few of them. They have good courses. I don't know if I would spend too much time doing that, but the courses are good.
Yeah, if you're looking, Lemon, if you're looking for how to get started with Kubernetes, honestly, KodeKloud is amazing. I think they have some free courses too, don't they?
Yeah, I believe so.
I'm sharing your screen again.
Perfect. Yes. So KodeKloud. And if we, just looking at the pricing real quick, right? Go away. $150 a year, or their Pro is now $200, which has the extra playgrounds, the 3 cloud playgrounds being, Google, Microsoft, and Amazon, like actual instances of their clouds. But yeah, so learning paths. I don't know if they have a free like filter. That would be kind of nice.
I just remember
But-
they're being free, but I know they've been growing a lot lately, so maybe
Free.
they.
Free.
Oh,
Free.
yeah.
So yeah, some of their
So-
intro courses at the very least.
Yeah. It's they have a really nice platform. So if you are looking to learn some new stuff, you can just sign up for an account, poke around there.
It's all
they
in
do
the
have a lot of
browser.
free stuff. Yeah.
Very low barrier to entry. They support multiple languages. It's great.
So let's go to that other tab. Okay, so I bought this today for
Nice.
our. We haven't talked about it in a long time. You can find our VODs on YouTube, and you can go back and we did some cool multiple camera streams where we brought another camera into our data center. And so we have a data center. And it has 12 Raspberry Pis with a Ubiquiti Dream Machine Pro, as well as a PoE Ubiquiti networking switch. I think it was like a 16-port PoE switch. They're pretty massive. They're really cool. So you can check those out on our YouTube, our VOD there. And they're running Raspberry Pis, all ARM, and we have it running K3S. So we have an 11-node K3S cluster with a Bastion for one of them, which honestly I don't think we need anymore if we have a Rancher server running, to be honest. But I don't know. You might have different opinions on that.
100%. I think we lock it down even more. Yeah.
Regardless, we started moving towards using Google Cloud or using a hosted Kubernetes service like GKE. Just because we were going to start doing some actual app design. We are doing new app design. We wanted a more, standard place to put it, a more production ready place. So last few streams, we've been doing some Terraform work. We've been working with Rancher server, and we've been getting this up and running. Now, recently, we're like, all right, we really want to operationalize this thing. So we started deploying things like Istio and Prometheus and Grafana, and wanted to put alerts in there and stuff like that. Well, all of these operational tools, not all of them, but a lot of them have daemon sets because they need to have an agent on every single node. And well, when you have one thing on each node, that chews up your CPU and it chews up your memory. And so basically, if you want to operationalize your cluster and you want to install all of these tools, your cluster needs to it gets beefier and beefier. You need to have bigger nodes, more CPU, more memory. And as we were starting to run into this issue and we started looking at having to recreate the cluster with larger nodes, we're like, man, this is starting to get kind of expensive. This is getting kind of expensive. We're cool, spend some money on this, but our apps right now are just in very, very early development. Like, they won't bring in any revenue for quite a while. And I don't want to be forking over like $200, $300 a month for a cluster that's not doing anything. So we're kind of switching gears again. All of the reasoning for wanting, a AMD cluster in the cloud still hold true, but now the cost isn't outweighing the benefit. So we're kind of switching gears a little bit, and we're looking back at our data center, which is all ARM. And we're like, you know what? It's fine for most stuff. We can make it more robust. We can make it more secure. All the things. But we can do that with it still being ARM. But there's a lot of apps out there that don't compile for ARM. And that's one of the reasons we wanted to move to AMD. But we're like, well, can we just maybe buy some AMD-based, Intel-based Raspberry Pis, basically? Not actually Raspberry Pis, but similar things, and stick them into the same cluster. And hence this Amazon page here. So we're looking around. We've heard from people about things called nukes. And
nukes. Because
of some nukes. And we're going to try it. So I bought this today. It's honestly, it's pretty beefy. It's about the same as one of our Raspberry Pis, though, right? Because I think it's 4-core, 8 gigs of RAM.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna be cool.
You could probably run Rocket League on it.
Maybe.
We always got that.
So that's our next step. So this will actually be here tomorrow, because Amazon. And so maybe next Wednesday that can be our stream. Maybe we'll pop this into the cluster, run our Ansible on it to install K3S.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Our Ansible's pretty Pi specific in at least one way, right? We'll have to. It'll be an adventure. We might have to tweak the
Right. We'll
kernel-
probably have to.
kernel startup bits or whatever those were.
Yeah.
Good
I
point.
mean, it's all based on roles or whatever that you assign, and you say,
Yeah,
know,
that's true.
I
We'll
want
just create another
these
role.
to get this. We just create another one that's not pi.
Yeah.
I mean,
see.
at
It'll
the end
be
of the
fun.
day, it's the K3S script is pretty simple. I mean, you can literally just copy and paste out the single line command.
It's true. Right.
Right.
We could do
It'd
it
be pretty-
manually to check, and then
Yeah.
100%. We just got to get Docker running on it, right? Like that's always getting the virtualization plane working, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, I think K3S utilizes Docker. Their new one, RKE2, doesn't. RKE2 installs like kubeadm, or it just spins up the pods to install, or it does the I don't know. It said it doesn't need Docker, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know how that works.
K3S
Regardless.
includes and
Yeah.
defaults to containerd.
It includes containerd. Wow.
Oh, maybe we don't. Maybe we don't
Yeah.
need to do nothing. Wow. I mean, maybe. Well, if that's true, then we can drop that from our Ansible. That'd be
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that would be nice.
because that's a large package.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, we'll look into it. But anyways, so that might be next week. If there aren't any, if you guys don't have something that you guys want to present, maybe next week we can do that on stream live.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking maybe we run through Game of Pods next week. Not Game of Pods, but whatever they renamed it to. And give that a shot. Maybe we could try that. That, or we could build a SSG. Talk about that for a while.
Makita's like, he's trolling. It's
Sad.
okay.
Well, I'm not trolling you. It's funny, Jekyll. I haven't heard about Jekyll in years.
Mhm.
That was like early GitHub days. Jekyll was
Mhm.
massive. Because you'd use it to
Myself,
create
Sam,
your
and Jeff were
website.
like all up in that.
Were you guys
Yeah.
doing that too?
Oh yeah, we love Jekyll. We were like creating our own little GitHub free websites and using Jekyll for really no reason, but
cool.
it was fun.
I did that before I knew you.
Free
children.
hosting, serverless.
Right. Big
Dan, we met before Brenda was even pregnant with your first child.
Barely.
And when I think about that, I weep softly to myself.
Great. Yeah, I know.
I just hate how fast time's going by. It's just, drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. Okay, anyways, so we're excited. We're going to try sticking a AMD node into our cluster that's all ARM. And we're going to see, first of all, if that works. I'm assuming it will.
Yeah.
And after that, we will probably set up some taints and tolerations, as well as label all our nodes. We should probably label them all going forward if we're doing this.
Yep.
With just ARM or AMD or something.
Yeah, architecture.
And we might actually get some of that for free. We'll have to take a look at that.
Yeah.
We can deep dive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
it
that's
might,
a good point.
Might auto label that stuff based on architecture.
Yeah, and then after that, we can maybe stick. We've been talking about where we want to put Rancher server because we had it out in the cloud, and well, let's just say we had some issues with Terraform, and now our cluster doesn't exist anymore. So I don't know. We're talking about where we want to put Rancher server going forward, and I don't know if this works. Maybe we just do put Rancher server in our cluster. Who knows?
Going to take up some of that sweet Intel rack space. I want to put Harbor in there, even though supposedly Harbor runs on ARM. We'll see. Supposedly.
Cool. So Sam just said that our nodes do have the label already for architecture.
Excellent. I had a feeling.
It's pretty
I had a
sweet.
feeling.
Yeah, seems good.
I mean, I went in and I add those every time we rebuild. So I'm your little Kubernetes gremlin.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure you do.
I do. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's going to be the upcoming stream, and I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be super fun. Yeah, I've been looking a lot at networking stuff lately. Our good friend Network Chuck
Is he our good friend?
Oh,
He's
we
a
are
good
very
friend
good
now.
friends.
Can we talk about his hair?
You mean the hair that he stole from me?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
let's go with that.
Anyways, no, I'm thinking about that stuff a little bit more. I just caught a video of his recently, and I think we could utilize that for our cluster. There's some things that we could do better from, even before you get to the cluster, because, we're going into your house, your personal network, and I think we could set up a lot of, we could have a much better firewall presence, as well as just how we're doing port forwarding and the load balancing there and all that kind of stuff. I think we could address that better, which I think would be a cool learning experience, honestly.
Sounds great. I think we should do it in your house first and take your network down.
Yeah.
I'm planning on it. I'm gonna buy myself a Protect Lee, and I'm gonna install OpenSense, and I'm gonna set up a dynamic DNS with Cloudflare, and I'm gonna set up a VPN with private internet access (PIA). And
You watched the whole video, didn't you?
Oh, I took notes, dude. I have a Notion document ready to go.
All right.
You can't even stop me.
No, I don't plan on it.
This router I'm buying, you actually have to buy the RAM and the storage separately, and then you open it up and install it.
That's intense.
No, I'm stoked. No, it's gonna be a good time. But if it all works and I learn a lot, maybe we'll use those lessons learned for our cluster here.
As long
Okay.
as my Netflix works,
Uh,
you're done.
You might get access to more Netflix, actually.
Yay!
it's true. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't have anything else. You guys want to talk about anything else before we sign off for the day?
Any questions from the chat? We never talk to our chat. They kind of just talk at us.
We respond.
Yeah. I feel like we've got some new people in the chat today.
We do. And did you post our Discord? Because it's on screen.
About 100 times.
But yeah, you can join our Discord. I mean, it's not super active. We're trying to grow it. But we have some people in there like
Zach's.
yep, Zach's in there.
I'm in there.
I haven't seen VR lately.
Yeah, we have our channel for Cloud Name Coffee Hour, right? And we just post a lot of good stuff in other channels that aren't the public one. I feel like some of those good nuggets, articles and stuff can go in there.
True.
Even,
Yeah, we gotta get better at it.
Yeah.
But we do try to stream every week, at least once a week. We want to stream more, and we are in the Discord, and we monitor it. So if you do ping us in there, we do respond, and it's a small community, but it's hopefully going to grow. We're working on it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I think we're good. I hope you guys all have a wonderful week, and we will see you next week, Wednesday at 4 p.m. Signing off.
Bye-bye.